We aim to invest at scale and for the long term, and in areas that need regeneration. So the ideal, almost starting factors really are something that will act as a catalyst in the short term. So that could be a new major anchor tenant, a commercial tenant leading new jobs and creation of real GDP. But also look for the future. How is that city going to grow? Not just that little area that or big area that we may be regenerating, but what's the vision for the city? So something maybe like a big transport changer like HS2 going to some of the other cities in the longer term would be a great example of that. As well as those sort of obvious investor side of things, the other thing we look for is collaborative partners. So both in terms of local developers and really commercial and collaborative local authorities.
And what about understanding local culture? Why is that so important?
It's important on a number of levels. Firstly, that a lot of regeneration is done through real estate investment. And a lot of the people that will be employed and very involved in the creation of that new real estate will be local. So I think it's understanding who the workforce are and how to get the best out of them. But also regions tend to have very different ideas of what they think good real estate is. That might be due to historic reasons. So in the northeast, steel is still a very important part of real estate development, but also being sympathetic and respectful to the local populations as is in terms of what they want and understand. And I think that's done best by someone who potentially lives and breathes in that city and understands what local feeling might be, not just from an investor point of view who might be based in London but visiting regularly.
And how can councils and other collaborators make things, lay the ground for an institutional investor like yourself?
I think that's a very good question. I think there's a few things. One, being commercial, being collaborative and having a vision. Collaboration is really important to us. For us, we do need propositions that are investable. We're, spending savers and long-term pension holders' money. So for us, working with us to make a proposition that may not have been totally investable, and that does mean long-term collaboration and a shared vision